Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. My name is Mercedes. In today's video, I have polishes to share with you for polish pickup for the month of July. Now I have polishes that I purchased that I wanted to share with you guys because I have them on hand, right? So I'm like, why not just swatch them and show them? And then I have polishes that were also sent to me in PR recently and then PR like a few months back when these polishes did come out. Now, if you're not familiar with Polish Pickup, what it is a monthly collab between indie makers, and they make polishes and like nail care items, apparel, waxes, cuticle oils, all those sorts of things, and they base it off of a common theme. And it's limited edition, and you only have a certain window to shop. So Polish Pickup always opens the first Friday of every month, and then they close that following Monday. There's items that are capped, meaning that there's only a certain amount of items that are made, and once they sell out, that is it. Usually you can't get your hands back on them, unless sometimes the makers may add additional items to their product. And a good way to keep tabs of that is through their Facebook group, through like the Polish Pickup Facebook group. Now this is a pre-order, so if you order your polishes for like that month, you won't get them until about like 3 to 4 weeks. Now the kicker is for the month of July, it is rewind month. And what that means is that there's certain polishes that were so popular and sold out so quickly, or just sold a lot in general, that are coming back to the shop. So you can have polishes from 2020, 2022. I don't know if there's anything older than 2020, possibly, maybe, but I don't know. Now I know on Facebook there usually are polls of which polishes to bring back, and then whichever wins is the polish that comes back. Now you get your polishes coming back in the PPU shop, and then you also get polishes that are coming back in the maker shop, or the maker's website. Usually the website, the details differ. So if I have any of those to show you, I'll make sure to either let you guys know in the voiceover or let you know in the description below. The ones that you get in the maker's shop, usually you have a little more time to pick them up. Sometimes the makers will have them for the whole month of July, sometimes for just a week or so. Now I have a lot of polishes to share, so let's just get right into it. First up is Jack-o'-lantern. So I have 2 polishes to share with you for Polished for Days. So this is Polished for Days Jack-o'-lantern. This one is coming back to the actual PPU shop or the Polish Pickup shop. And this is described as a burnt orange jelly base with orange to green glowing iridescent shifting flakes and black flakes. This one was originally released in September of 2021. And I remember this being one of like the biggest like hits or like the most popular polish when it did come out. I mean, can you like see why? It is gorgeous. I only needed 2 coats to reach opacity. I think long nails, it's gonna depend 2 or 3 coats, but it does have that jelly base, right? But there's so much going on in the polish that it may even cover your nail line. The glow is so intense. Those shifting flakes are stunning, and I love black flaky, so having it in this polish just makes it even better. Pictured are 2 coats of Jack-o'-lantern with a glossy top coat. This one, it's gonna smooth, like you're not gonna need a glitter grabber or anything like that. Just a regular glossy top coat is gonna be fine for you. Next up from Polished for Days is That's How You Know, and this one is coming back to their actual shop. It's going to be available on the 7th of July all the way up until the 21st. So this one doesn't have a cap, and neither does Jack-o'-lantern. No cap for that one as well. This polish originally came out in November of 2019. It's inspired by Enchanted. It's described as a teal base packed with pink to green shifting iridescent microflake shimmer. This one is gorgeous. I mean, it's stunning. I didn't purchase it when it originally came out. I don't feel like this is a me type of polish. It's one of those polishes where, you look at it in the bottle and you're like, oh, that's pretty, but on the nails, it's magnificent. The shifts are absolutely incredible. You see every color shift that is described, plus more, because I definitely see a little bit of yellow and gold. But this is perfect in 2 coats. Long or short nails, you're going to be fine. Pictured are 2 coats of That's How You Know It with a glossy top coat. Moving right along, we have Color Spectrum. So this one I purchased on my own when it came out. Originally came out December of 22. This is inspired by the maker's very own love story. Very sweet. And it's described as a cherry red with black microflakes and hollow. Such a simple description, but I'm telling you, this polish is beautiful. There isn't a cap on this polish either. Oh my goodness, like the color is right up my alley. I love a nice red that leans a tiny bit orange. I think those look the best on me. The addition of all of these black flakies, oh my goodness. It's like, it's almost, I want to say it's almost like a jelly base, but not exactly. Like it gives you that squishy look. I mean, you saw I built it up in 2 coats, long nails, maybe 3 thin coats, or 2 coats might be fine for you too. It reminds me of a little ladybug. It definitely looks much brighter on the nails than it does in the bottle. I definitely know that. And did I mention I wear this already as a manicure? I can't find the photo anywhere, but I've already worn this polish. It's gorgeous. And I'll definitely be wearing it again in the future. I really wanted to point out the hollow flakes in this polish. Now they're micro hollow flakes, so it's very small, like they're very, very small, and it's hard to see in the swatch and the swatch photo, but in real life you really do see them, and it just gives the polish an additional like daintiness to it. It really is a beautiful polish with all of the components in it. Pictured are 2 coats of Love Stones with a glossy top coat. Next up, we have Bluebird Lacquer, and this is Rock of Sages. This originally came out in May of 2022. There is no cap on this polish. It's described as an emerald green shadowed hollow with a glowy emerald green to purple multichrome shimmer, and it's inspired by one of the maker's favorite places. So, oh my goodness, guys. I put together my summer rack and I put this polish in my rack, and then I realized it's coming back for PPU. And I mean, I can see why. I actually already use this polish. I have it on currently as a pedicure. Bluebird Lacquer is infamous for this type of finish. Their shadowed hollows are immaculate. Like, they are beautiful. You're going to need 2 coats, like 2 thin coats. You're going to be fine no matter what your nail length is. This polish is stunning. I had people compliment me on my pedicure who are not like nail fanatics or polish obsessed like I am. So that says a lot. Beautiful polish. I'm in love. I want to wear it as a manicure. Pictured are 2 coats of Bluebird Lacquer, Rock of Sages with a glossy top coat. Next up, from Dreamland Lacquer, and I purchased this polish. I'll make sure to list all the polishes that I purchased or the ones that I received in PR in the description box if I don't say it during this voiceover. But this one is Shake Your Shamrock, and this one came out recently. This is was released in May of 2023. This one is inspired by the bright green seasonal treat, which is the Shamrock Shake. It's described as a semi-bleached neon green crelly filled with blue shimmer. And there's no cap on this one. Oh my goodness, this one's beautiful. Like, you need this polish, guys. If you don't have anything like this in your collection and you love greens, this one is it for you. It is beautiful. The glow is like not a joke. You can see that glow. I mean, this is obviously under like my ring light, but underneath, you know, when you're walking around in real life, that glow is really intense. Now, I remember working with this and the formula seemed a little bit thicker than I would have imagined. And I don't know, like, it wasn't difficult to work with. It just was a little bit thicker. So I would worry that maybe over time it might get even thicker, so I guess just keep that in mind. I mean, you can always get polish thinner as well, but just make sure that you're storing your polishes in a dark, cool place. Pictured are 2 coats of Shake Your Shamrock with a glossy top coat. Next up, we have Lake Superior Shenanigans, and this is from Great Lakes Lacquer. There is no cap. The inspo behind this is a beautiful snapshot of the northern lights over a snow-covered beach in winter. I love that inspiration. But this one is described as a white polish with green to blue to purple shifting aurora shimmer and just a little bit of scattered holographic. I don't know if I mentioned it, but there is no cap. So I originally received this polish in PR. It came out in November of 2022. And I just remember swatching it and being like, holy moly, the shift and the shimmer is out of this world. Now, I am not a white polish person. Usually don't do white polishes, but the shimmer and the shift in this is just gorgeous. Like if you're looking for a fresh polish for the summer, for the spring, for the winter, this is the polish for you. 2 to 3 coats, depending on nail line, is going to be it for you. Depending on nail line, you may reach full opacity in 2 to 3 coats. And disregard the label. The label's incorrect, but this polish is the right one. Look at that photo. I did not edit this. This is it. It's real. Pictured are 2 coats of Lake Superior Shenanigans with the glossy top coat. Next up is Jior Couture, and this is Me and You, Us Never Apart. And this was originally released in February of this year. And it's inspired by the color purple. Did I say there's no cap? There's no cap. This is a magnetic thermal. It's going to show you the magnetic portion of it. I think I remember swatching this, and I don't know if I was able to get like the thermal effect, but at least the magnetic effect I definitely was able to achieve. I remember when I posted this photo, I got this in PR, so when I posted it on the Facebook group, so many people commented and liked that photo, and I think it's just because this polish is gorgeous. I'm not like the biggest fan of magnetic polishes. I don't really care for like the stark line that a magnetic polish gives you. I like how it's always like, I like the dispersed effect, like how this looks here, because I like to look at the different shifts. I love the intensity of this deep purple, and I also love the glow that blue magnetic strip gives you. I've seen pictures of this polish on the polish pickup site already, and it looks amazing on all skin tones. Pictured are 2 coats of Me and You, Us Never Apart with a glossy top coat. Next up from Rogue Lacquer is 1985, and this one came out in December of 2022. This one is, from what I remember, it is the maker's birthday year. There is no cap on this polish. I purchased this when it came out. I do swatch for Rogue Lacquer on occasion, but this one I did not get in PR, but I wanted. It's described as a magenta pink with subtle hollow shimmer mixed in with orange pink color shifting shimmer, hollow flakes, and a subtle purple hue. I am so happy that I picked this one up because it's so gorgeous. I'm a big fan of hollow flakes. I feel like for some reason my video footage was making this polish come out a bit darker. I did insert like an additional photo just so you guys can see that it really is a nice bright like magenta pink polish, but the formula is great, like 2 coats and you're fine no matter what your nail length is. The addition of the hollow flake, so you can see right here, looks a little bit brighter because it is brighter in person. The addition of these hollow flakes with the shiftiness, the magenta base, oh my goodness, it's a beautiful polish for the summertime, and I know it's going to look great on everybody. Pictured are 2 coats of 1985 with a glossy top coat. And coming to the Rogue Lacquer website is a little dark, a little gloomy. There is going to be no cap on this polish, and it'll be available July 1st until the 31st, so all month on the Rogue Lacquer website. This one is described as a marine base with different shades of blue to green glass and black metallic flakies. And the inspo behind this was Hades from Disney's Hercules. I went a little bit too ham on that second coat, so do as I say and not as I do, but please work in thin coats with this polish. If you haven't tried Rogue Lacquer's polishes, they're flaky polishes. They're so jam-packed, and you can achieve opacity easily in 2 to 3 coats. I received this polish in PR, and God, I love blue polishes. I don't wear blue enough. I really don't, but I really do love I do love the shade of blue on me. I think I forgot to say this polish released back in January of this year. Just something about this polish, I don't know if it's necessarily the base. Like I love how you get like that dark shift around the nail bed, but the flakes, I know they're described as glass flakes and metallic flakes, but they just give off this certain opacity that just gives so much volume to the polish, and I really appreciate that. I think it looks gorgeous. Now you may benefit from wearing a glitter smoother and your glossy top coat with this one, just so you, like, if you want to get that juicy plump effect. But all the flakies lay flat, so if you decide to use a nice thick glossy top coat, that's going to be just fine too. Pictured are 2 coats of a little dark, a little gloomy with a glossy top coat. Next up, from Sweet and Sour Lacquer, I'm already laughing because I'm gonna act like a fool, but Sweet and Sour Lacquer, this is I Like It When the Red Water Comes Out. This was originally released in September of 2022. Oh my gosh, this polish is inspired by Salad Fingers. Now, if you don't know what Salad Fingers is, pause this video and go search it on YouTube. Like, it is so disturbing. But I actually enjoyed the show. Like, you're gonna think I'm so weird. But I remember watching it, and like the quote that is forever stuck in my head is, "I like rusty spoons." But anyways, there is a cap of, is it 100? Oh gosh. I don't know if it's 100 or 200. It's a little bit confusing on the website, but I purchased this polish on my own. It's described as a dark olive base with pink copper shimmer that shifts golden green at extreme angles. Now, I built it up in 3 coats. You can very well just do 2 coats, but I kind of wanted to build the base intensity, and I love it. I know this polish is going to sell out again because it's just that beautiful. If you love these types of like swampy greenish ugly pretty colors, and if you watch Salad Fingers like I did, you're gonna want this polish. It's beautiful. Pictured are 2 coats of I Like It When the Red Water Comes Out. 3 coats, I'm sorry, with a glossy top coat. And the last polish I have to share with you guys is by Vanessa Molina, and this is called Heart and Soul. There is a cap of 400. It's inspired by the love story between like a goddess and a god of love and all of that. I don't have a description, and I don't see one on the website, so I'm gonna go with the flow, which I absolutely suck at describing polishes, but this is like a bright magenta pink base that has this intense blue or violet shimmer packed into there. You have your like purple pink flakies, and then there's silver reflective glitter in here as well. This is my kind of polish. I actually purchased this one. I love these types of polishes that have different components, so like your reflective glitter, your flakies, like a beautiful glowy shimmer. Definitely right up my alley. I built this up in just 2 coats. I think depending on your nail line, you may want to do a 3rd coat, or even just to build up the intensity, but it's a gorgeous polish. Pictured are 2 coats of Heart and Soul with a glossy top coat. Okay, so I am not picking a favorite because I obviously purchased some of these, and the ones I got in PR, I actually purchased the Polish for Days jack-o'-lantern on my own, and I got a new one recently for PR, so I have my backup for that one. But I'm not gonna pick a favorite because I really do enjoy all of these. I've worn some of them as manicures already. I think they're all beautiful. You can't go wrong with any of the ones that I showed you. I am working on my wish list, so hopefully I can get it to a like decent number. I'm also going to be attending the Polish and Beauty Expo in Chicago. Not really in Chicago, but I don't really know Chicago like that, so, or Illinois, so I'm gonna say in Chicago. It's over in the Tinley Park Convention Center. And I know it is going to be a fantastic time, but I'm also probably going to buy lots of polish too. So I want to balance myself out. Let me know what you guys plan on wish listing. If any of these you seen in my video today are any of the polishes that you will put on your wish list or that you're planning on grabbing. If you haven't already subscribed, I hope that you do. I upload videos with live swatches, and I love talking about all things nail polish. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one.